This guy's an obfuscation machine. And you know what else, Destiny? Why should we believe you? I think you are glad Kirk is dead. And all of your tweets seem to prove that. And you would have been happy if Trump was assassinated. You've made that very clear. So why not just be truthful for once in your fucking life and say the truth, that you don't care that Kirk is dead, and you're actually probably glad he is. Isn't that really what's true?
Andrew Wilson went on Piers Morgan Uncensored and went at Destiny and really took him down, really put Destiny in his place, this woke idiot right here, for trying to call out Charlie Kirk and trying to say things about Charlie Kirk and the right wing and everything like that, when the left wing are really the ones who commit all the political violence. And Andrew Wilson just really lays that all out for Destiny, and Destiny just has nothing that he can say in rebuttal here. Let's get into this clip from Piers Morgan Uncensored, where Andrew Wilson puts this woke idiot Destiny in his place here on live television about political violence on the left. Let's check it out.
If someone assassinated my husband, I would not be able to have the level of composure she had during that speech. I would be out for blood. I understand why she's angry and why she said the things that she said. Okay, you need to understand what being a human is, what it's like to actually lose someone that you love, that you chose to spend your life with, that you chose to raise children with, a person who was violently and viciously assassinated like that. This is why I've moved away
and when
from
something
identifying as
you got bullied online. It's so funny. It's so funny that you just said that you don't think about how other people act to define your behavior. Your entire political ideology now is somehow defined by the people that were mean to you on Twitter.
No,
if somebody cares about somebody who's grieving,
I understood
then you tell that
what
person,
the flaws
you
on
tell
the
that
left
person,
happen
hey,
to be. The
maybe you should
weakness in their
step back
arguments.
for a couple of
No,
weeks.
no, it's
Maybe
not
you should
about
take
the
some
way I
time to
get
grieve.
treated.
You don't
I get
say,
treated
hey, let's
like
throw a
crap from
camera in
both
front
sides
of
of the
you and have
political
you do
aisle.
mass recruitment for our political party while everyone over here is calling for civil war. It's unhinged. When you've got people like Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire, the
we're
president
talking to a guy who said he'd be okay with his own parents getting killed if they went to that Trump rally where that assassination attempt
and we're talking
happened.
to a
There's
woman
no
who went
reasoning
on and
with
did
you,
the whole
Destiny.
conservative media
There's
outlet with
there's
Tucker
no
Carlson
reasoning
and
with
Glenn
you.
Beck and had nothing bad to say whatsoever. I know where your bread is buttered. I know where
And
you're
it was
making your money
great.
from.
I had
Okay, that's
awesome
great.
conversations.
I
I don't regret it at all.
That's great.
I also had a conversation with Jack Posobiec on her take. It was awesome.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Jack,
what
the guy over here that
democracy
gets
is about.
paid by
Having
Russia
an
that
exchange
lies
of
about everything
ideas.
that comes out of his
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah,
all right,
great.
let me
That's a
bring
good
in.
one.
Let me
I
bring
don't
in.
agree with him on everything, but at
Still
least we
to
can
this
have
day.
dialogue.
Anna, you're completely right, by the way. Anna is completely right.
Didn't it?
And the irony of Charlie Kirk is that he led the way in going in to debate with people who hated him, and he would try and have respectful dialogue.
Charlie Kirk beat up on college students.
Unlike you, Destiny.
Let's be
Let
real.
me bring Andrew Wilson in.
So do you.
Let me bring in Andrew Wilson.
So do you. You beat up on college students. You're going on a college tour. You're going on a college tour right now to beat up on college students. What are you talking about, Destiny? That's what you're doing right this second, is going on.
It's actually like disgusting to me and really just mind blowing that people like Destiny exist. You know, people like Destiny go and they debate Anna Kasparian and Andrew Wilson and these people, and he can really just sit there and have no remorse, like just feel no sadness about Charlie Kirk just getting assassinated, like brutally assassinated, like in front of his, on camera. I'm sure his family will see it. I'm sure his wife saw it. I'm sure his kids will eventually see the assassination. Like, that is terrible, man. I don't care what your political views are. I don't care which side that you're on. I don't care. Like, that's terrible for that to happen, especially in the way it did. And he just has no remorse. Like, he just has no care in the world. He's like, yeah, well, he deserved it. And he said the same thing about those people that got shot at the Trump rally whenever they almost assassinated Donald Trump. Said the same thing. He's like, yep, if they were at a Trump rally, they deserve to die. And he even said, like Anna Kasparian just said, and Andrew Wilson's going to talk about here, he said that if my parents were at a Donald Trump rally, they deserve to die. That is craziness. That is unhinged. Like, and a lot of times I'll say that I don't think these people like Destiny really believe the stuff that they're saying. Like, I don't think that he's that dumb to believe that. I think Destiny truly is that. That's not even dumb. That's radicalized. I think he's that radicalized, where he genuinely believes those things that he's saying. Let's see what Andrew Wilson has to say.
On a college tour to go beat up on college students. By the way, can I just ask you a question?
I don't exclusively beat up on college.
Can you actually answer? Can you actually answer? Hang on, calm down. I just got one question. I got one question for you, and I want you to actually answer it. Are you glad Charlie Kirk is dead?
No, I don't think anybody in this country should be dying to political violence. It's insane. The past 5 years in this country has been crazy. But the reality is, until conservatives,
so then why did you say to your co-host that Trump deserved the bullet? Why did you tell him that?
Until conservatives have to say, hey, we all need to be less violent, there's no purpose in Democrats doing it, because every time Democrats disavow, you further entrench your guys' delusional beliefs that all the violence is coming on the left. Donald Trump can go on TV. He can say, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. They can go on Parler and say, we heard you. They can go to the Capitol and break in and try to insurrect. They can get convicted in front of a jury, and then Donald Trump can pardon them, and we can come out and go, hey, guys, why aren't Democrats disavowing violence? And pretend that the problem is coming from the left. Democrats do a disservice to this country by disavowing violence constantly.
Yeah, all those things that he just said, okay, valid points. But where did you just talk about like a murder or an assassination? Like, it's one thing to be protesting and maybe go a little bit too far, right? Like, you know, maybe you could make the argument that breaking into the Capitol or entering the Capitol, whether they were let in or broke in, whatever, might have been too far in your point of view. Nobody got killed, you know, nobody died. And nobody was brutally assassinated like that. And it doesn't happen. The right wing just doesn't really do that, at least up until this point. You know, I don't want to be eating my words, but like, the right wing hasn't really done that, you know, in recent history. So, and the left wing has done that. They've attempted it and failed, and they've succeeded. So it just doesn't. Yes, the left wing should be disavowing political violence because they're the ones that are committing the political violence to the point where people are actually dying. And, you know, more people could have died if the other attempts were as successful as this one. That's why Andrew Wilson and Anna Kasparian are trying to tell Destiny, and Piers Morgan and everybody out there with common sense are trying to tell Destiny that the left needs to be disavowing this political violence.
President of the United States.
Let me respond quickly.
And say all of us need to be less violent.
Destiny. So the thing is, why did you say to your co-host that the bullet was for Trump? Why did you say to your co-host that the best place for the bullet was Trump? Why did you say that?
Why did Donald Trump call it?
It's a whataboutism. Whataboutism. I'm asking you a question.
Whataboutism.
I can't be whataboutism if it's my question, Destiny.
Why won't Donald Trump
answer the question?
Right, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this before I cut mics?
Easy question.
Because you don't care.
Destiny,
you don't care that Kirk's dead.
Destiny, allow Andrew to repeat his question and let him ask the question. Then you answer it, okay, Andrew?
No, I want to hear the other side first.
Let him ask the question.
Donald Trump.
Let him ask the question, Destiny, and then you answer it. Andrew.
Destiny told his co-host when asked point blank if he wanted the bullet to kill Trump, that the worst thing that could have happened was the bullet missing. He said this to Pisco. I watched it. Okay.
What's up, guys? If you don't know, my name is Justin and I own this YouTube channel. I'm also a YouTube strategist and I own a lot of the channels in the political space. I've worked with a lot of the top channels in the political space. And so many people ask me, how do I grow these YouTube channels so quickly? How am I so good at getting results for my clients and for myself? I've actually worked with a lot of the top channels like Russell Brand, Benny Johnson, Lauren Chen, so many of the top YouTube channels in the political space. And I always get asked these questions. How can I also grow my political YouTube channel or just a YouTube channel in general? And I'm actually doing a free live class coming up on Tuesday, December 2nd, showing you exactly how to grow your YouTube channel and how to make enough money to leave your 9-to-5 job, because anybody can do it. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it Tuesday, December 2nd. So if you want the same sort of results as these YouTube channels, such as Justin is Lost, Justin Reloaded, Justin Reborn, The Progressive Way, Bring the Asteroid, Benny Johnson, Russell Brand, Chris on Culture, The Apostle, all these people, they're all either me or they've worked with me in the past. So if you want the same results as them, I'm going to show you how to do it for absolutely free on this live workshop on Tuesday, December 2nd. Make sure you sign up with the top link in the description or the link in the pinned comment. Sign up for that class. There's only 100 spots. So if you save a spot, make sure that you show up so you don't waste the spot. I'll see you guys Tuesday, December 2nd. Click the link in the pinned comment to sign up, and I'll see you there.
This guy's an obfuscation machine. And if you know what else, Destiny, why should we believe you? I think you are glad Kirk is dead. And all of your tweets seem to prove that. And you would have been happy if Trump was assassinated. You've made that very clear. So why not just be truthful for once in your fucking life and say the truth, that you don't care that Kirk is dead and you're actually probably glad he is. Isn't that really what's true?
I don't want anybody in this country to die to political violence. I don't think in the United States of America that should be happening. I don't know why it's so hard for the president to say the same. I think it'd be the easiest thing in the world as a president. Biden did it for 4 years. That's why everything was way cooler when he was here, like in terms of temperature. The Clintons have no problem saying it. Barack Obama has no problem saying it. Kamala Harris has come out and said it. Every Democratic lawmaker and leader has basically come out and said it. But for some reason on the Republican side, it's just civil war, civil war, civil war. And the Republican president of the United States, who has presided over more violence politically in this country, more large protests than any president in all of U.S. history, for some reason can't bring himself to say, all of us need to calm down. And
so did Trump deserve the bullet?
Did
Trump deserve the bullet?
This is all you care about are the political hit jobs.
Just answer the question, bro. Did Trump deserve the bullet?
Did Donald Trump
deserve the bullet
on his side ever? Did Donald Trump
answer the question? Did Trump deserve the bullet?
You can't answer.
Yeah, it's like the reason why Andrew Wilson is focusing so much on this question to Destiny is because Destiny's trying to act like he's taking this high road, like he's holier than thou, and like, of course I don't think that political violence should ever be a thing. Of course I don't think that Charlie Kirk should have died and all this stuff. But at the same time, whenever Destiny's in private with his friends, not in private, but in a more relaxed environment with his friends on a podcast, he's willing to say crazy things like Trump deserved the bullet. And now when you go on live television and you're debating and people are actually trying to tear apart your arguments, now all of a sudden he thinks that no political violence is okay. But also at the same time, Trump deserved the bullet and the people who got shot at the Donald Trump rally deserved to die. That's what Destiny is saying and has said in the past. And now all of a sudden he doesn't want to answer these questions. That's why Andrew Wilson's focusing so hard on this, Destiny's trying to make it seem like Andrew Wilson's being ridiculous and doesn't actually want to address the argument here because he's trying to avoid it, and whatever. But that's not what's happening at all. He's trying to just get Destiny to admit what he has said in the past, and it's on camera. He said it on he said it on a podcast, so it's not like it's hard to find.
So the question we're here to play.
No, bro,
to
it's my turn to ask the question. It's your turn to answer.
It's YouTube video
clips.
clips.
The bullet?
Did Trump disavow violence in this country ever?
Did he deserve the bullet? Yes, he's disavowed violence. But again, I just did. Now your turn. Now your turn. It's your turn.
Did Donald Trump?
Did Trump deserve the bullet?
I never said that. No, I never said that. No.
Okay, except you did to your co-host.
No, I didn't. Oh, wait. When did Donald Trump disavow? Wait. When did Donald Trump disavow violence in this country?
Your co-host, you lying sack of shit. If he wanted to kill Trump, the worst thing that could have happened
Donald Trump
was the bullet missing.
Political violence. And
that's what you said,
and this is,
bro.
Yeah. And this is where when you're putting YouTubers and tweeters on the same level as the president of the United States, this is why conservatives are absolutely brain broken when it comes to violence in this country. And that's why it'll continue.
But Destiny,
there'll be more deaths. Maybe it'll be me at the next one. Who knows? There'll be
Destiny.
I mean, to be honest, YouTubers and tweeters and influencers probably do have more effect on the political landscape of the world than the president of the United States. As crazy as that sounds, I think that in terms of like political violence and stuff like that, I think that YouTubers and influencers and things like that, they do have more influence. There's nothing that any politician is doing that would actually make someone go go assassinate someone like that, go assassinate Charlie Kirk. That's coming from the rhetoric of not Destiny in particular, but people like Destiny, and he plays his part in it as well. He plays his part. People like Vosh and all those people, they all play their part in just like ramping this up and making people get to that point where they're willing to assassinate someone, throw their entire life away, and take someone else's life, who has a whole family and everything. It's really sad, but it's not the president who's doing that. It's not any politician who's doing that. It's influencers. It's commentators. It's YouTubers. That's who's doing it. Let me know in the comments, though, you guys think about Andrew Wilson absolutely putting Destiny in his place for his ridiculous comments here live on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Who do you think won this debate? Do you think it was Andrew Wilson or do you think it was Destiny? Let me know in the comments.